Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eternal Plains. My name's Blaze, and welcome to ThaumCraft Tutorials. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because of our Blightfall series, and we've been having some troubles, but we figured it was due time that you guys learn a bit about what's going to be going into this. So let's get started with getting started. In ThaumCraft, you're going to need a lot of stuff, and to contend against the Blight, or maybe just in your personal server for whatever reason, you're going to want some ThaumCraft materials. First things first, you're going to need to get yourself a bookshelf, scribing tool, which is simply enough an ink sac, bottle, and feather. And just for the record, this can be put in any order and it will make it. We're going to need one of those. You are going to want paper as well. I kind of forgot about that. You're going to want to make some tables, and we're just going to make a couple of these real quick. There we go. We'll make 3 of those. You're going to need 2 pieces of gold and 2 shards. Now, for the record, any shards will work. Water, air, you name it, as long as you have gold, a piece of glass, and some shards. This will give you your first thermometer, which is going to be essential for ThaumCraft throughout the series. Next up, you're going to need some iron nuggets for at least getting started. And once you have your iron nuggets, you're going to want to take them, make a helmet shape, and you're going to need 2 of these iron caps. Now, once you have these iron caps, simply put them on either end, a stick in the center, and you have your iron cap wand. This is also absolutely essential for the rest of this. Now, thankfully we had these crafting stations. You're probably going to end up using a crafting bench, but from here on out you might end up using our newest tool. So let's go ahead and get this started, and we'll go from there. Put down 1 table, take your wooden capped wand, and right click. You now have a ThaumCraft crafting station. This will use your wand, and this will be essential through the rest of the mod to get things going. Keep in mind that you're going to be using these almost every time you make stuff with ThaumCraft, unless it is the extremely advanced items. So keep that in mind. Now, the other thing is if you notice, we got 2 more tables, and we're not just going to make a couple more of these crafting stations. So we're going to do this, take your scribing tool, and right click. Now, once you have that, you'll notice I have a couple of elements here. These are thankfully just kind of given to you right off the bat, but you're going to need more, and you're going to need to do a lot of stuff. So let's just start by combining elements. If we take fire and air and combined, you're going to be able to make light or lux. This is going to take a while. Take your time, figure out what goes where, and work it together. So if we click these 2 off with a right click, we can go say earth and water and create life. Experiment, have fun, learn the different elements. But say you don't want to do it like that and you want to go around and actually do some research. That's where the thermometer comes in play, and it's going to be even more important later. So let's go ahead and show you how it works. Take some gravel, and it has the earth element. Basite, same thing. Now, if we go to something we may not have the knowledge for, like say coal, nothing can be learned from this. You'll see that in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Same thing with glass. Nothing can be learned from this. But, you know, that's because those don't have anything that we can learn from. So let's try the silverwood. To understand this, you need to study plants. Now that's giving you a hint. Remember how we were just combining elements? Well, that means that somewhere along this, we're going to have to find what plant life is made out of. Maybe it's made out of life and earth. Well, we got something, but we didn't get what we were after. Oh, no, we got exactly what we were after. Plants. So now if we go and we do this again, to understand this, you need to study empty things. Well, you get the idea of how this works. This is just an idea to get you started, to get you on the road to what you need. But how are you going to remember all this? Well, let me show you. Next, you're going to need the bookcase. Now, we made this in the very beginning, and time to show you what it's used for. With a right click of our wand, you have a Thaumonomicon. Not to be mistaken for the Necronomicon, in which case, Klaatu Vrakta Niktu. You know, because that's important. Moving on, you're going to notice there are several pages. Now, we're going to be going over strictly ThaumCraft stuff. We're not going to be going over the Automage, the Thaumic Tinkerer. We're not going to be going over any of this stuff. But once you understand the basics and how to do all this, it will become infinitely easier. In our basic info, you'll notice we can actually do stuff like this, where we're going to need a scribing tool and paper. So we're going to need to make another one of those. I'm just going to cheat those in now that I've shown you how to make them. You can also learn different things. There's a lot of text. There's going to be a lot of reading. Don't be afraid to read through this all. Or look up a YouTube video or maybe see the wiki. There's plenty of stuff out there to help you with this knowledge. But this is really going to help you. Such as warp. Well, it more or less is insanity. The more you do bad things and the more bad stuff you make or the more bad stuff you encounter, you kind of go insane. It's a thing. Maybe you want to learn more about your magic and essences. Well, here we can find out that herba, otherwise known as plants, is made up of light force and earth force, or victus and terra. Then you got, light, which is made of R, and ignis, which, pretty simple. So as you learn different elements, if you forget what they're made of, you can look back in your Thaumonomicon and find out. You can also find different recipes for different creations, such as if you didn't know how to make the thermometer, because, I thankfully showed you, you could actually look it up here in Artificing and see the recipe here. So, that's going to do it for now. I hope these basics help you out in at least getting started. There's plenty more to learn, plenty of reasons to use this, including what is that glowing thing in our silver wood. That's going to be very important as well. However, for now, take care, stay safe, stay well, and just remember, play with magic safely, and you're Wizard Harry. Unless your name's not Harry, in which case you're still a wizard, you're just not Harry. Later, everybody. I'm gonna go look up some stuff. Gravel, what do I want to look up? Yeah.